Hello YouTube world and anyone that has joined in. Just set myself up here. Make sure we're getting chat up for anyone that might be coming in. I see Ian was in earlier. Ian, sorry, I was busy doing other stuff and I missed you. Maybe you might come back in a while again to us. Anyone that's there, let me know if the sound is okay, because I was having issues last week with sound, so let me know if the sound is okay. I was going to do a video about actual boards, but I've decided that I needed to do something else instead. So anyone that's just popping in, thanks for popping in, guys. Give it an old like, share it out if you want. Feel free. I'll stick a link up there again in a minute for anyone that wants to come into wants to join me up here. Hope no one has the coronavirus. Hope you're all okay. What I'm at tonight is I'm sorting out these, because I'm working on mobile phone boards, as you'll see in my video coming out Thursday, that I have been working on gold recovery for mobile phones. So I spent most of today was my day off from work, and I've spent most of the day filtering said mobile phones and the gold from them. So it's very tedious. The mobile phones have a lot of little bits and pieces in them, and paper and stickers and you name it, it's in it. So I was just filtering them out today, so working on that for the video. You should see it. I've split it into two videos actually. I was going to put up just one video of the whole lot, but it's very long, so I've split it into two different videos for anyone that wants to check it out. It'll be out on Thursday, 3 o'clock, I think, GMT, whatever that is in the rest of the world. You'll have to work it out for yourself. So them little things there, I'm going to be working on my next video, so I'm sorting them now, getting them ready for the next part of the gold recovery for mobile phones. It'll be part of that playlist that I'm working on. So as you can see, these have LEDs and all that sort of stuff. They all then come off in the actual asset, and they end up being part of the whole lot. Welcome, Shandog. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Mr. Matthews, I don't think is in the chat at the moment. I think he's disappeared. I'm sure he might pop back in again later. You never know, we might even get him up on the panel at some stage. He might join us, and let us know how he's getting on with his neighbour's knobs. Anyone that hasn't know what that's about, check out his videos. You'll see that he's doing making some knobs for his neighbour. So I'm just at the moment just getting these ready for the next batch of acid. Any of them has bits of gold on them or anything like that, they're all going in there. It's going to be very minute gold, but as you'll see from the videos when I get around to them. So again, all of them have little gold pieces on them, so I'm just sorting them out, getting them ready for acid. Another Irishman in the chat, guys. So welcome to the chat. Thanks for popping in. I see all the St. Patrick's Day parades are cancelled in Ireland, if anyone was wondering, because of the coronavirus. We have no St. Patrick's Day parades, so they don't want us gathering en masse, but I'm sure the pubs will be still open, so we can all head in there instead. So I hope everyone can hear me okay. I presume the microphone is working. I'm not 100% sure, because I was having trouble with it. Oh, I know you're not new, but you're some people mightn't have seen you before. I mightn't know anything about your channel, so just letting them know. Cheers, thanks for that. So what have you been up to today in this lovely weather we're having here in Ireland at the moment? So I'm trying to remove these white covers that's over the actual foils so that I can expose the foils so that when they go into the acid, they're exposed to the acid and they'll be easier to remove. Ian Days, welcome to the chat. Thanks for dropping in, man. Don't forget to hit the like, guys, to hit the share. Let me know what you've been at today. Have a chat. Let us know what you've been up to. 70 degrees. God, 70 degrees. What's that in Celsius? Because here in Ireland we use the Celsius, not the Fahrenheit. So I'm not too familiar. I could probably hazard a guess. 15 degrees. But it's been raining all day here in Ireland. Most of the day it's just stopped raining now. So it's been just torrential rain all day. The government have decided to cancel the St. Patrick's Day parades in Ireland. So we'll have no St. Patrick's Day parades at all in Ireland this year because of the coronavirus. So we'll have to find something else to occupy our time. So it's been a pretty boring day today, so hence the title, Who's Bored? I was going to do video on these boards and what I take off them. I might do that later on what's on the boards and different stuff, but for the moment I'm just trying to sort through my foils, all these off the mobile phones. I have loads on here to sort through and just try and tidy them up a bit and get them ready for the acid, the next stage. So it's just a matter of cleaning them up a bit, removing as much of the stickers and stuff like that that's on them as possible. So I expose as much of the gold on the board as possible, because this one, would say, for instance, has the gold on the front and on the back. 21 degrees, Jesus, I wish it was 21 degrees here. I think 11 degrees was today's temperature. Romar, oh yeah, how are things, Ro? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for that. Thanks for the thumbs up, and you're welcome to come back in at any stage. I'll be on till 9, 2 hours I usually do on a Monday, and you're more than welcome to drop in again later. So some nice pins on that. I'll put that aside. That's something different for another video, maybe another day's video. Trying to keep an eye on the chat here as well. I appreciate anyone that's popped in. Don't forget to hit the old like, guys. It means a lot. Share it out if you have a community tab. Might get a few new people onto my channel, maybe. So I've been, as I say, filtering out gold foils from the mobile phones, the boards, the actual foils from the likes of those foils. So they get very, very small, minute. Oh, you didn't e-waste pick up today. Come on, did you get much in it? What did you get? What sort of stuff? Anything nice? We'll just wait for a few more maybe to come in, and I'll put a link up and we might get a few up. So try and fill that tub maybe with foils for the next batch of acid that I'm working on, the shed. So I think there's gold on it. We'll try and get it into it. If it doesn't have any gold foils on it, I'd kind of throw it aside, or if there's very little on it, the likes of that there now is very, very little on it, just a little bit there, but sure, it all adds up. So, trying to keep an eye on the old chat, guys. See what's happening. See if there's anyone talking, or are we all just lurking in the background? If you're all into e-waste there, guys, make sure you've all got each other. We're not really a sub channel or anything like that, but if you're into e-waste and you do videos, make sure we help each other out by checking each other's videos out. I was checking, who was I watching today? I watched some videos today, e-waste videos, and I'm trying to think who was it. Gone out of my head. He put one up today. Country Scrapper, was it? I think it was. Gold-plated jewellery I don't really get much of, to be honest. I haven't got much gold-plated jewellery ever. Really just concentrated on the e-waste side of things. I don't really get that sort of, don't come across that, unfortunately. If I got it, I'd have a go at it. So I would. There'd be no problem there. We'll give it a go, but I don't have any, so it'll have to wait until I come across some. Hopefully, in the near future, we get some. So my hours have been going up nicely. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching the videos or playing my playlist. Anyone that's been playing my playlist, I appreciate it. I was on, I think it was 1,100 hours or something like that. I'm kind of just ticking over at that, but I've jumped up to 1,700 now. Hoping to break the 2,000 hours before the end of the month, and then take it from there. So not sure on that, to be honest, what to come off it, because I've never done them. So I don't really know if anyone else in the chat has done them. Please feel free to let us know if it's worth doing or not. Again, I see gold prices have gone up today, where everything else has dropped. So because of the coronavirus, the price of gold has gone up. So it might be worth doing. Anyone that has their gold now, might be the time to process some of it, or any that has all these bits lying around. That's the reason I'm trying to get as much of it done as I can. Maybe get it cashed in before prices drop again. But I'd say they'll stay up around where they are for a good while yet. So I have bits of phones and everything here. So any bits of phones will be put aside separately to be done differently. I also collect up all the chips off the phones for processing. So even like the likes of this one now has a little chip on it. No, it's just a little processing chip, but I'll collect them up. They all contain gold. Well, not all, but 99% of them or 90% of them will have gold in them. So they're kind of worth holding on to. Anything that doesn't have any gold on it, we'll just get rid of. £60 of RAM. That's a nice amount of RAM. So it is. That's a nice little bit of RAM to be sitting on. So is it full RAM, or have you trimmed it, or are the chips still on it? Full RAM. So it's got its chips and its gold fingers on it. Nice collection of RAM you've got there. Is it the RAM with the aluminium on it, or is it just normal RAM sticks, like something like them, without any other bits attached to it? Yeah, that's nice to have sitting there. $900 worth. So again, I remove all these as well. There's little connectors with gold pins on the end of it, so I'll take them off and I'll put them in a little pot, jug or jar with more connectors, so we'll process all them together. So they came off the likes of them little cards, Wi-Fi cards or LAN cards or whatever from the laptops. So about £13 of a shield is separate. Okay, so that's a nice amount of RAM you've got there. I could do with pity you didn't live closer to me. We might be able to do a deal, but unfortunately, postage from America will be too much. Gemma, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Guys, if anyone doesn't know Gemma, say hi, get to know her. She's got a great channel. Good person as well. She does a lot of lives. She's very proactive in the autism field. She has autism herself, I think, if I'm correct, and but she's very proactive, explaining it to people, explaining everything about it. She doesn't hide anything about it. So if any you're interested in that, in knowing more about it, check out her channel. She'll put you in the right way. There we go. So guys, make sure you check out our channel if you're not already checking out our channel. She's probably one of the first channels when I started doing videos that I came across. I met her on, I think it was Pusha Studios or something like that. Johnny5, welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for dropping in. How was your wife out of hospital? Everything okay, I hope? That's right, Pusha Studios. That's a good year ago now, I'd say. So for anyone that's just dropped in, what I'm doing is sorting out these off mobile phones, any of them that have gold on them. I'm sorting them out to get ready for the next batch of assets that I'm getting ready. So if they got any gold on them, they're going in the tub, ready to be sent into the asset to try and get that gold off them. So I have a video coming out on Thursday where I've already done the boards. So I've done a lot of these boards. I still have tons of them. Well, not tons, but boxes of them to do yet. But I just done a batch for the video, and then the rest will be thing in it. Let's see who else. What else happening here? Cheers! Thanks for that, Gemma. So thanks for that. Great to hear. Tracy's all right as well. Johnny 5. Good to see it. Hope you're all avoiding the coronavirus, guys. Staying away from it. As I was saying already, all the St. Patrick's Day parades in Ireland have been cancelled due to the virus. They don't want us all meeting up and spreading it, so we'll all just meet in the pub instead, and maybe the alcohol might kill it off before it gets to us. So a lot of these to do. I don't know what they're going to turn out like because I've never actually done these foils before. I've kind of left them aside. Ro, you can do lives from your laptop without having the 1,000 subscribers, as far as I know. It's just on your mobile phone, I think, that won't allow you to do it. But I know there is apps out there that will. I've seen it before, people doing it. I like the mobile phone that I'm on over the 1,000, so I can do the lives. I'm planning on doing what I was planning on doing, going to the St. Patrick's Day parade and doing a live from it, but that's cancelled, so can't do that this week or St. Patrick's week. So I was going to do a few lives. I was going to climb Croagh Patrick as well for St. Patrick's Day and do a live from that, but the weather doesn't help me with that either at the moment. It's too wet for that. So and my other plan was I was going on holidays later in the year to Italy, and I was going to do a lot of videos from there live around Rome and stuff like that. But as far as I can see, that ain't going to happen now. A lot of flights have been cancelled. Hotels are cancelling people as well from out of Italy. People are beginning to panic. So looks like that isn't going to happen. So we just have to get on with it and see what happens later on in the year. Let me have a look at the chat. You have to go live from the pub instead. Yeah, we'll go live from the pub. So we will. I might do a live that night actually from the house here. We could have a little party, the St. Patrick's Day party here, or the day before, or something like that. We'll see. We'll celebrate. You might all come in and celebrate St. Patrick's Day with me. We might do that. I think we'll see. We'll see what I'm doing. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Okay, Prism Live is a mobile app. I haven't come across it, but hope it works for you. Great to see you going live. Guys, make sure you've hit the like if you're just after coming in. Share it out, guys, if you've got community tabs or anything like that. Maybe I might pick up a few new subscribers. You never know. Help me on my way to my 4,000 hours. It's hard done. It's one of the hardest things. The subscribers I found easier to get, but the like I've got the 1,000 subscribers since last June, I'd say, but I haven't got it near the hours yet. There we have Periwinkles O'Brien. Welcome to the chat again. Was in last week. Great to have you back in again. No St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland this year. Don't know what we're going to do. So I just remove these from the metal, because if I put the metal into the acid, it'll take a lot longer to remove the gold from the actual the foils. We'll throw a link up in a minute. If anyone wants to come up, more than welcome to. Have the old chat and see what's happening. Shoot the breeze. If you want to talk about scrap, if not, we won't. You don't have to. Let's say this is mainly a scrap channel or gold recovery channel, but we can talk about anything. It doesn't matter. That's great to hear. Thanks for that, Ro. You're a good follower. I appreciate that. You've been on my channel for a long time, since the beginning, I think, nearly, and you've been sharing me out. So I really appreciate that. So got pins in there. Didn't know I had them in there. Gemma, you're great. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Really appreciate it, guys. Any help is gratefully appreciated till I get to my 4,000 hours. Once I get that done, then I can. It's not that I think I'm going to make loads of money out of this channel or anything like that. It's just one of them targets. You kind of, when you start off first, you want to hit your 100 subscribers or your 10 subscribers, and then when you get to 10, you want 100, and when you get to 100, then you want 500, and when you get to 500, you want 1,000. Like my next subscriber, I'm on. What am I on there at the moment? I think it's 1290 or something like that. So I'm aiming for the 1500 is my next one to try and hit, and then the 2000s. But the 4,000 hours is the big thing. You know, I'd say you're not going to get rich on YouTube, or anyone thinks they are. I think it's a bit late now to get rich on YouTube. I just do it for the fun. I like sharing my hobby with people. I like chatting with people all over the world. You know, I really appreciate everyone there who's been sharing that out. It's great. You know, you're all a good bunch, and I'll do the same for you in return. When I see you live, I'll share it up my community tab, and hopefully we can help each other grow a bit. So I'm still just pulling these out. I've loads of them to sort out. Bits of metal that I don't need. There's a good group of people that I've met on YouTube since I started. Who have we got there? Passion for hunting and fishing. Welcome, man. Haven't seen you in a while. I've been busy. I haven't been over to your channel in a while. I must get back over to them. He's been one of the first I followed, and I think he's followed me from a year as well. Really enjoy his stuff. So, guys, again, if you haven't got him, I'm not saying go get him. Just check out his stuff. If you like his channel, I'm sure you can check out his stuff, and if you like what you see, you know what to do. So even these now with the little gold foils at the end, I'll put them separately, and I put them into a separate tub, and they'll be put into acid as well. At the moment, what I'm doing is trying to do the most easiest stuff to do in the acid, which will be your RAM fingers, your mobile phone boards, your mobile phone foils, or whatever you want to call these, and your ribbon wire, cut off the ends of them, stuff like that. If you just come up on the chat, he will remind us what we are up to. Scotsman in Asia, how are things? Paddy's Day is cancelled in Ireland. The coronavirus has put a stop to Paddy's Day. No parades this year. So we're going to have to entertain ourselves elsewhere. I wonder what will we do. Okay, guys, I'm going to stick the old link in the old chat if anyone wants to come up. Copy. I lost my link. Something went wrong there. My link disappeared. Go back and see, can I get it? There we go. Copy and paste. There's a link if anyone wants to come up, just have a chat about their day, tell us what they've been up to. Want to talk about scrap, want to talk about anything, feel free. Only rule is we keep it clean, we show our face in the basement so I can see who they are, see that they're real. If they don't want to show their face, they don't have to show their face on the chat when we go up. But I just want to, if anyone does come up, they have to be genuine people. Where in Ireland are you? I'm in the west of Ireland. That's where I am, in the west of Ireland. Jane, thanks a lot for dropping in. Great to see you. Appreciate it. So self-isolating in Asia, Scotsman. I heard if you drink plenty of whiskey, kills it off. That's my plan on St. Patrick's Day. I'll try and kill off that coronavirus before it gets hold. But in all cod and joking aside, it's getting a bit serious now. People are beginning to panic, I think. First time I have been in Ireland for Paddy's Day. Well, there's going to be no Paddy's Day parade, so to put a stop to it must be because you're coming. Scotsman in Asia, I think you've. Raphael, how are things? Great to have you in. Guys, another great scrapper there. Raphael does gold recovery as well, e-waste, big into it. Great support of my channel. I love his videos. He also does some, if you're into the old mushrooms, as in eating mushrooms, not the funny mushrooms. He does some great cooking on them. Bro is coming up for an old chat. Oh, how are things? What's he got in his? Have you got a little pickup there of e-waste, have you?
Not yet. We're going here in a minute after the doctor's appointments.
Oh, I thought you were picking up some e-waste.
Not at the moment. We're gonna pick it all up here in a minute. I got 2 pickups to do today. And I gotta dig through and pick everything out of the truck.
So you have a nice little land there, is it?
Well, I didn't hear you. It's windy out here. Let me get in the truck.
Tim, welcome to the chat.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying you're going picking up some e-waste later, is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go here about let's see, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. 2.5 hours.
Okay.
2 hours, 15 minutes, something like that.
And do you process your e-waste or do you sell it on?
I sell it outright. I pick a few tantalum off, some crystal oscillators. Old RAM, I get all the chips off of that stuff.
Yeah, they're the best gold in them.
I fill up a couple of these and I send them in. I just sell them. I don't process the gold. I'm not into that yet.
Yeah.
I'm not that far into the e-waste.
Yeah, well, see, here in Ireland, I had no choice really because we don't have a board sort or anything like that. So it's either sell it as just get steel prices or something like that, or they won't even give you proper prices. So it's either process it myself or lose money on it. So I process it.
Nice. You incinerate and then sift it out or what?
Yeah, that's the plan with the chips. I incinerate the chips. I've at the moment I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pounds of chips to incinerate there from Ram. So hopefully that turns out good.
Generally, I was just a scrapper, in general, and pick up brass for the ass, a copper, just anything I could hold on to make them out of weight. And I started watching E-Waste Ben and a couple of years ago and picking up the old E-Waste trend. It was bigger than I even thought of.
Yeah.
And there's way more money and cleaner scrap involved is what it is.
Yeah, and it doesn't take up as much room either when you're storing it, You break it down a bit and you can put it into tubs and store it nice and easy in a shed,
That's right. And like I said, boards over here, the general price on like a motherboard, whether it's small socket, metal socket, the general price is over $1.30 a pound. That's just as good as brass, and it takes up less room,
Yeah.
Don't weigh as much.
Like I have a board there now. That board I have there, I'd say it weighs about 1.5 pounds, So what I do, if I was selling that, I'd only get maybe 30 cent a pound here in Ireland first, because we don't get the thing. So what I do is I'll take off all the chips. I'll remove all the chips. I'll remove the gold pins. I'll remove anything that's of value at all, and then just put the board in for scrap steel. That's all it goes in as.
Man, that's you need to start something like that if they don't have that there, because there's so much money in that.
Yeah, well, you see, here in Ireland, what they have is an organisation who look after all the e-waste in Ireland, and they go around collecting it, and it's free pickup. So they pick it up off the shops. If you buy a television, you leave back your old television. If you buy a computer, you leave back your old computer. So you don't even, it's awful hard to get hold of the waste in the first place. They've it all tied up.
It's kind of like that over here. If you try to canvass a school for free e-waste pickups, someone's already got a bid in on it. You just got to get in where you fit in,
Yeah. So I've met a new contact on a computer repair store. So he's got a lot of stuff in his shed that I can have, he said. So I'd have to go and pick that up one of the days. He reckons it's going to be about 2 trailer loads. So that should be good.
I do a lot of storage locker buys here and there on my channel. So I always hand them a flyer, and a lot of people call me like, hey, did you say you'd buy this? And I give them a complete crap price, like 19 cents a pound, but it's 3 times better than what they get at the scrapyard. So maybe 4, sometimes 4.
And you go collect it off them. They don't have to go anywhere with it, all that sort of stuff. All that hassle.
Yes.
Deer Park Home or Farmstead is in the chat. Thanks for coming in. One of my first people that really helped me grow my channel. I really appreciate them coming in. So you're going to try out that live on the phone later, are you?
I'm gonna try it here in a little bit, in a couple hours. Prism Live. I was turned on to it by another YouTuber. Who was it? Oh, I'm not sure if it was Nick or his brother, Neminati's. I don't know if you guys watched them or not. They give you all little hints and hacks about apps and stuff you can use on your phones.
All right, give me a second. Someone else wanted to come up. Set ourselves up here. There we go. This man here, if anyone doesn't know who he is, he's into the collecting of the coins. So he is.
Hello.
Alexander, welcome.
Hi, Scrapping.
Oh. So any new coins he gets the coins sent over from America, because they're harder to get in England, so in Scotland, so he gets them sent over from America.
Anybody want to laugh today?
What have you today? Oh, he's got his stickers from Snobby and Dusty.
Snobby.
So he does. He's got Snobby stickers.
Watch this. That's just funny. I pissed myself laughing earlier on.
Hold on, we'll make you bigger for this one.
Nice.
Not even a real one.
Look at his put on it. It says 5 pounds to spend at Unit 7 on Saturdays. That's funny.
So Alexander, what have you been up to? Any new coins?
Not much lately, because the problem is that the 2 people that I used to get coins off of when I had the money, because what happened is PIP was personal independence payments were paying me as in because of the leg. And when I went for the assessment, they obviously with the point system, you've got what they do is with PIP as in personal independence payments, you've got to be entitled to it. But the way they do it, it's a point system, right? So you've got to have more than 9. It's like 60. It's between 12 and 16 points to still stay on it. And what they've done is because I didn't have, they say that I don't have enough points. So what they've done is they've stopped the money that they were giving me. So all the money that I was getting went into coins. That's how I managed to have, as in money for to buy the coins. But because I've not got that money, I've had to stop it now because I need to try and start selling stuff or whatever to try and get.
You want to start selling some of your coins, are you?
Aye, but the thing is, the 2 guys that I was getting supplied with, one of them's just come back, which he's had a bereavement with his father, and the other one, he had diabetes. So I used to buy a lot of stuff off him. So it means then that I can't get stuff at the moment. So I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait for to try and get stuff first. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to come up with some. If I can't get any more USA coins, what I'm going to have to do is have another idea and try and do something different. So what I'm thinking is, instead of me doing the normal run-of-the-mill stuff as in UK stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to specialise in the older stuff that they can't get a hold of, like the old crowns, the threepenny bits, all that kind of stuff. Because I know there's an auction in my neck of the woods, as in for getting that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, that might be then the ticket, because the Americans are like, some of the Americans have done said to me they like some of the British coins, but they're not interested in the newer ones. It's a lot of the older stuff, like the florences, the threepenny bits, the half crowns, stuff like that, because that's more interesting to them because of the history of it. It's all to do with it. I've worked it out. It's all because it's all to do with the history of the coin itself. That's what it is.
Alexander, I don't know how you can talk so quick without taking a breath, but you can do it. I was waiting to see how long it would take you before you had to take a breath. So Ro, what do you plan? Do you know what you're going to collect in there? Do you know what's going to be in your when you go to collect your e-waste? Do you know what it is?
The guy says he has 4 towers, a couple of monitors, some wireless stuff like routers or access points. I don't know. I do know they have a storage locker full of them, and they have no idea what to do with it. And I told him, hey, this is I'm going to give you this amount. It's just scrap right now, unless it's like a higher iSeries computer. Then I'll pay you as per, because I have a price list for those as well.
Okay. So you buy the lockers as well, do you?
Yeah, at least once a week I try to get a locker.
Okay. And have you found anything strange in them lockers, or any coins that Alexander might be interested in?
I do have a coin. Does he have a postal address, a PO box that isn't too personal, that we can send stuff to you? Because I know a lot of people just send you a coin just because.
Did you hear that, Alexander? In the UK, see, this is a problem. In the UK, we don't have post boxes as in like used to over there. It's not postal boxes, or well, I don't know about postal boxes. I've never used one, and I've never had to use one. So I always used my own actual address, which is my mum's address. But to me, that is very personal.
Yeah. You don't want to be giving that out online. But
exactly.
Yeah, but if anyone wants, if you want to send it by email to me, Alexander, my email address is, and I can pass it on to Ro if you want to get a coin sent over from America. It's up to you.
Because usually, if somebody sends me coin, if somebody like sends me as in one coin, usually I end up that becomes fan mail, which I actually keep because
Oh, yeah.
it's to me it's more sentimental value, but it's like a lot of that stuff there. That's all for sale because I've actually bought it myself.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. If you get a coin off someone, you don't sell it, you keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that, and it's like more sentimental value to you, as in the actually.
Well, it's like if anyone sends, some people that send me scrap, and they might. I don't sell it. I could sell some of it, but I don't. What I do is I scrap it out on videos or whatever for them because they might send me something and it might be I might be able to sell it on eBay. It might be still working, whatever this little gadget they send me. But what I'll do is I promise them I'll take it apart and I won't sell it on. Like I don't put it on eBay to sell it. So
exactly because that's more sentiment.
Well, it's just respect for the person that sends it to you. You don't try and pull a fast one.
It's not that. It's more sentiment because it's more personal. It's more personal to that person because they've sent it out the goodness of their heart. That's but then it's like sentimental value. It's got sentimental attachment to it. That's totally different. It's when you're buying it yourself, then there's no sentimental attachment to it. That's what people don't understand.
Okay. Well, I'm putting up my email address there.
Yeah, I'll leave my email in my video descriptions as well.
So that's my email address. So if you want Alexander, you can email me. You can email me your address. I won't give it out to anyone. Don't worry about that. I've sent stuff to people before, and I can pass it on to Ro if you want. And if it's up to him, if he wants to send you something or not, as I say, it's up to them. So let me see what else over here. We'll just put that link back in there if anyone else wants to jump up. Let's see what you've got in there, Ro. Oh, some coins.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, pennies on the dollar.
Fuel money. That's my fuel money.
What part of the US again?
We're over in Texas.
Oh, yeah. I traveled through Texas. 2013, I was over there traveling around for a while.
So did you see a lot of steers or queers?
I kept looking for the steers. I didn't go there for the queers.
Brokeback, Texas.
Yeah, Brokeback. I tell you, you know how to make a steak, anyhow. That's one thing for sure.
Oh, yeah. Barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off here, fellas.
Okay.
I'll get with you if you want to catch my live stream later. If I don't mess it up, y'all check me out. And I'll email me some information there. I want to send him. I got a Mexican coin and another coin that's missing the 1995. It's missing a 9 in it if I can find it. It's a quarter that's missing the 9 in the 1995.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that's if he passes on the address, I'll pass it on to you.
All right, or I can just send it to you or whatever, however it works out.
Yeah, whichever way.
You guys have a good time now.
Okay. Good luck with
share and like it, y'all.
Yeah, good luck with your e-waste and see you later.
All right, my brother.
No, because that came in this morning. I was going to do a video, and then and then I seen you on, and I thought, I wonder if Snobby's on with you, because usually if you're on, usually Snobby's on.
Yeah, he pops in and out. I haven't seen him today. He's probably busy getting a video. He's doing a lot of videos lately, so he's probably working on some videos or something.
Ah, right.
You've
been up to scrapping.
You can't see me. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for dropping in. I'm liking your videos late. I've been watching a lot of your videos. You're putting some great videos out. Some nice finds in them dumpsters. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, hit the share. Really appreciate it. So, nothing else strange, Alexander, no?
No, not really.
No coronavirus up your way, is there?
I've seen notices put out, but I haven't heard nothing.
Yeah, all the St. Patrick's Day parades in Ireland are cancelled.
See, I don't watch news because to me it's you never know whether it's made up news or whether it's actual proper news.
Yeah, no, it's well, seems to be a lot of stuff being cancelled and football matches and a lot of stuff being cancelled. The old stock market has taken a good hit, but gold prices have gone up. So every cloud has a silver lining.
My mum's just been told that that she used to clean a certain shop, and basically they've turned around and told her that she'll be getting a letter in the post that they're closing store. I don't know if I don't know whether they're closing the whole business or whether it's just closing so many shops. It's Ladbrokes betting shops.
Yeah, well, you see, if a lot of sports have been cancelled, so there's less people betting, so they're going to be probably closing down a lot of stuff, and there won't be as much. Same with the airlines. A lot of airlines are cancelling flights, so I've seen they're asking people to take leave that works for them, take time off, unpaid, of course. But so it does affect a lot of people.
I heard that there's two airlines went out of business. Is that correct? I know Thomas Cook went out of business.
No, Watchco went out of business as well. What's their name? I can't think of it now. It'll come into my head in a while. But an airline went out of business at the weekend. So
Flyjet or something? Flybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw a thing there. I walked by somewhere in Blackpool, and I'm sure I seen a whole logo or something on an actual side of a place, and it looked like Flybe's. It looked like Flybe's jet flyer, whatever's as in logo slapped all along it.
Yeah, but a lot of other they'd be taken back by banks, and different crowds will repossess the airline, so they'll be moving the airlines to different places, and they'll be sold on. The football matches are being played behind closed doors in a lot of places, but like the Six Nation games there, Raphael, are cancelled. I think Scotland is still going ahead this weekend, the Scotland Six Nations game, but the England-Italy game is called off, and the Ireland-France game is called off. But I think Scotland-Wales is still going ahead.
I'm sure it was Jetfly, as in is their logo on? Is their logo on their aeroplanes orange by any chance?
No, the who's the orange? The orange ones are usually that. EasyJet is usually orange, I think.
Maybe it was EasyJet then.
Yeah, EasyJet or orange.
Because I know that they bought a bit of land and they're putting I think it's a hotel or something on it, as in Blackpool. You know when you go down Blackpool Pleasure Beach and you go down the South Pier?
Well, I've never been to Blackpool.
I've only been to Blackpool a couple of times. I've never actually been to it for as in a proper holiday. I've only went for maybe a couple of days or a day.
Yeah.
It just happened to be I was walking past it, and then when somebody mentioned about airlines, I'm thinking maybe what's happening is a lot of the airline companies are putting their money into other investments, and then all of a sudden it's just bang, because the market obviously is dropped, as in because of the price of the flights have went through the roof. Because when Thomas Cook went out of business, and a lot of the airline companies put up their jacked up the prices. And if they jack up the prices, nobody would actually pay the prices for going on flights as in going on holidays then, because obviously people just can't afford that.
Yeah. In case anyone's wondering who's come into the chat and wondering what I'm at, I'm sorting out my little boards from the mobile phones for the gold recovery. So I'm getting them ready for the next batch to go into the acid. So that's what I'm at the moment, to try and get the gold off them.
What was it? What was it? Phones like that you scrapped?
No, the ones I was getting were the old touchpad ones. You know, the ones that had the keypads. You know, just the so you have where the buttons were. You'll have all them little gold dots on them. You know.
What you mean like that? What you mean like they ones? Like that? They ones?
Yeah, them type of phones. Yeah.
I was buying. That's what I'm saying. I was buying them up for Ali the Egyptian for like £2 a phone. For like £2 a phone. Because they'll be going on. They're actually down me. I'm actually thinking of going back to eBay shortly. That's what I'm thinking of going down, because the whole idea was that YouTube was a new phase, and because you need social media or whatever, as in if you've got your own business or whatever, the whole idea was to use YouTube so that you get more clients. That was the whole idea of YouTube, but it went a whole different direction. As in when I started YouTube. So I was like, well, I'm going to do YouTube and figure out as in where it's worth putting stuff as in through the channel and selling it on the actual channel itself, rather than have to go through eBay, because you get with eBay, you get your PayPal fee, they take their bit off you, then you've got your eBay listing fees, which then they take that bit off you. So there's about 3 or 4 bits to take off you before you get any bit out yourself. And I usually sell stuff cheap, as in so that I'm getting as in enough volume and turning it over. Because I've got like down the stairs, I've got like maybe 5 or 10 bags, and I'm talking about as in full of mobiles. It's all been tested. Are all paired up, tested. So that's what I used to do, was buy them off at Ali untested, and then take them home, go through them, try and get them to power up, see what was, try and figure out what was wrong with them, and then the scrap stuff I would just put in. That's how I was trying to show the other week. I've got a scrap bag. It's underneath the thing. It's underneath the bed now, but I've got like 2 or 3 scrap bags that's just full of donut. It's just like full of donors, because I usually use to keep the donor stuff in case other stuff comes in and I need bits with it, as in like parts and stuff with it.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody was doing in eBay. They were recycling it. But as that's you said, scrap and Irish as well, there was a lot of phones going on as gold recovery. They were actually stripping it, because they found out there was more money in there's actually more money in stripping. It's like stripping a car. People were buying cars up and then stripping them, because they were finding there was more money in scrapping a car for all the good parts of it. Yeah. It was the same. It was the same with phones. They were doing the exact same thing on eBay. I noticed that, as in this cult, that they were stripping phones just for the part, just to get the parts off them.
Yeah, well, that's all I do. I don't resell any of the phones. Any phones I come across, I just strip them out completely. I don't try and resell them. I just strip them out and have done with it. That's all I do with them.
See, if I get
hold on to them little things, they're off ink cartridges, them little tabs. So I hold on to them. There's just 2 little bits of gold on them, but if you get enough of them, they'll add up.
See, when I was buying phones off Ali, I always scrap them if they're actual scrap, as in dead phones, as in, because what people forget is when they say, for instance, somebody drops a phone in a bucket of water, the first thing they do is they forget, as in, instead of getting the water all out it, they put the charger into it, and then they blow the PCB board. Once they blow the PCB board up, there's nothing you can do with the phone. It's totally dead. It's worthless.
Yeah. The best thing you can do if you get your phone wet is take the battery out of it straight away. And but the newer phones, the batteries are kind of sealed in, so it makes it a bit harder to think. So you just power them off and try and dry them out.
Aye, you mean like that one? You mean like that one?
Well,
that's a newer one with Nokia, and it says on it, it shows on it, you know, to use a thing, and I'm like, oh, how the older phones you could actually take the battery, as you said, like that one, you could take the battery out it.
Yeah.
Now they've done that with them as in that.
It's a
now-
sealed battery, yeah.
exactly. Ridiculous.
But what you find in a lot of the newer phones are these little cameras are in the phones. So you have your little camera, but on the back of it, there's a nice little ceramic disc of sorts with gold on it. So I'd hold on to all them out of the phones as well. So there's gold on them. So that's just your little camera lens, taking out some of them phones, and we just have the bit of gold on the back of it as well.
And I've seen people do stuff with him at the moment, as in make them into spy cameras. Them, funny enough, they're taking them out of phones.
Yeah, I seen a book do it online there where he turned it, put 4 or 5 of them, and he done them around his house like little cameras. Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're getting hold on a minute, they're getting.
That's it, dip chips, Raphael, you're correct. That's what they're called. I couldn't think of it there. They're little dip chips that's on the back of them.
Aye, because that's what they're using. They're basically using the boards as in there. That's the Raspberry Pi, but there's 3 other boards out there. There's one called the Pingu. There's one called Pingu. It's called Pingu. There's another one, Ringo. There's one called Ringo. There's another one called what's that other one? Arduino. There's Arduino, and then there's that as in Ringme. That's Raspberry Pi. And that's what they call a project. They call it a project board, but you can actually buy the pins and all that car on. And then what you can do is you can stick it onto like a breadboard. You can buy a breadboard, and what you do is you stick wires on it, and you can actually build things with using what you just showed there with one of them cameras for your phone.
Yeah. Nick, welcome to the chat.
Because that's what controls it.
I haven't seen you on here before, so welcome. Maybe you have been on, I missed you. This is another camera, but on the back of this one, it's not a dip chip that's on, it's just pins. So we'll just show you there. So it's just gold pins on that one. You can actually see some of them. So it's not a dip chip, it's just gold pins on that one. Maybe underneath there might be a chip. We'll have a look. Oh yeah, there is, yeah, a dip chip there again. So there it is. Another one of them. So Raphael, what were you up to today? What was your day like? What I've been filtering out is the foils from the boards, the actual mobile phone boards that I had in Asset. So it'll be coming up in a video. I've been filtering out the foils from them, and it's painful work. It's absolutely torture. Because there's a lot of bits that come off the mobile phones that make it dirty work. So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out in the end. Zombie today. You must have the coronavirus, Raphael. Yeah, the pain of filtering, it's torture. Torture. There's a lot of little bits and pieces, but you're the next stage where I use the nitric acid and the hydrochloric acid together. It'll just dissolve everything, and then when I drop out, I should be just left with the gold. So I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully, it'll just work itself out. If not, it's a learning curve. So I'm in this bin, guys, taking out all these foils. That's what I'm trying to sort these out for the next batch. I'm taking any cameras that I've thrown in there, so they're to be done as well in little dip chips. So what are you going at, Alexander? Now are you going selling out a lot of your coins? Are you? Did you say there?
Eventually, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get people that's interested in American, you see, as in people that's actually interested in American American coins itself, because that was the whole idea of doing American coins in the first place, was to actually the people that were interested in it in the actual coin community, not like the USA side, the UK side. That was the whole idea at the start, and then he flood the UK and then he flood the UK market with it. That was the whole idea in the start. So that basically I was given as in Lemonhead a turn, because that was the whole idea for me to take it off a Lemonhead and then to resell it with a slight profit on it, just that little bit, as in so that basically I could then buy more coins, because the more coins you can buy, it's not that you want to be a millionaire or anything. You have to make your channel work for you. If you can't make your channel work for you, there's no point in you being on YouTube in the first place. It's like people that get donations, as in when you get the monetization and you get that what do you call it, that S at the bottom here, as in the chat.
Oh, super chats.
Aye, the super chats, and then people give you donations. You're going to use that, whatever donations you're going to get, you're either going to use it for your own purposes of what you feel fit to use it for. And I'm like, well, the more donations I get, or the more times that because I'm not into donations and all that, Caron, because to me donations is like begging. To me, that feels as if somebody's begging. To me, that's the way I feel about it, right? Yeah, so I wouldn't ask anybody to donate to my channel. So that was the whole idea of me doing something on my channel. Was my way of dealing with it, of doing it, so that they're getting something, so that they felt as if they were getting something for their money. That was the whole idea.
Yeah, if someone donates to your channel, that's their choice. Like, I've donated to a few channels. I'm not in YouTube to make big money or anything like that. You're not going to make big money anymore out of YouTube. I'm in it to share what I do. So show people what I'm into, this e-waste. I met a good few people who are into the e-waste on YouTube. I met people like yourself who are into different things. So I just use YouTube as a social interaction with people. That's kind of really it. Help to give me information about e-waste. If anyone has different ideas of doing stuff, like Raphael there would be at it a lot longer than me, so I do take advice for him. I'd watch some of his videos, see different ways of doing things. I might still go back and do it my own way at the end, but I'll also always listen to other people and take on board. Like Snobby there done a great video on how to remove the pins from, where am I there now? I can find something. Like boxes and boxes of stuff here beside me, but how to remove the pins from the likes of them sealed plugs. So he done a great video on how to get them out. So stuff like that, I find YouTube great for. But no one's going to make big money anymore from YouTube, I don't think, unless you're very, very lucky to get a viral video. But you're never going to get a viral video on e-waste. You're never going to get I don't think you're going to get a viral video on collecting coins. I don't think you're going to get a viral video on a lot of stuff. It has to be, I don't know how to go viral, but it won't be on e-waste anyway, that's for sure.
Aye, but what I'm saying is, Scrap, I'm not against anybody that gets donations to their channel. I'm not saying that.
I know you're not saying that, but what I'm saying is you don't have to feel that you have to do your channel. If someone gives you a donation, you have to do something that suits them. If they give you a donation, that you're already doing something right on the channel, you know. The only reason they give you the donation was because you're doing stuff right, you know. They're happy to watch your channel.
Your account is asking if anyone's from World War II. That's 1940. That's 1940. They call 1943 Steelite. I've got about, I think, 2 or 3 of them. If he wants one, because I've managed to get a lot of them. But that one's, I'm not selling that one because that one has got It's got the fours missing off it, and then it's what they call it something about it's grease, what they call grease filled, and it's missing the thing where it looks as if it's missing the A, M, and E on it. But I don't know if that's if that's World War II. He's saying about World War II. 1940s is run about that era.
So that's what Raphael's saying about what he done with his donations.
That's what I'm saying. People would take that the wrong way, the way I came over with that about the donations, but that's my feelings towards it. Could be I'm not saying that I'm against people getting donations. I'm not saying that.
I know.
To me, a donation feels as if you're a charity case. That's how I feel about it. As in somebody giving you, because you're always wondering. Like my mum used to say to me, "You don't get nothing in life, son, for free." And she's saying, "Well, if somebody's giving you something, you feel as if you're like, well, why are you giving me that in the first place? You're sort of cagey about it, as in cautious about that person giving you something. Well, why are you giving me it for? Is there something you want off me?" That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, well, I've donated to a few channels, and I didn't expect anything back, to be honest. I just done it because I enjoyed their content. They done good stuff, and I just a small donation, a $5 here and a $5 there, and it's just I don't expect anything back for it. I didn't do it for any alternative motive or anything like that. I just give it because I was on the channel, and at the time I might have had a spare $5, and I just threw it out to them, or $10 or €1 or €2, but I didn't expect anything back for it. I never do, and I think a lot of people don't expect anything back, and they do it just for the sake of doing it. They don't do it to try and gain anything on anyone. I just like to trust people. I think people are genuine enough, that they just do it out of the goodness of their heart or whatever, If I do a donation, I'm not expecting anything back from anyone. I'm not expecting them to give me a donation back or do anything like that if I'm ever on. I don't expect it. If I give a $5 to you sometime you're on, and I don't expect you to give it back to me. Like I'm not doing it because I think, oh, you should give that back to me now the next time I'm on. Like some people do that. Some people will give a donation, and then when they're on, if they don't get a donation back off the same person they give it to, they're a bit upset or whatever. I don't do that. There's no point in doing that. If you're giving the donation for that reason, there's no point in doing it.
No, but I've done it scrapping, as in if it's been something like, say for instance, somebody's come up and said, "Look, we're doing something for this person or whatever." I'm like, well, if I can afford that, I'll go. Well, I'll put a couple of quid in. It might be a £5, could be a £20, could be 22, could be 30. But when I was getting my pit money, I didn't really need it. I wasn't really bothered about it. It was my advocacy worker that says, if you're entitled to that, Alec, why don't you go for it? And I was like, well, I can see your point. And I was like, well, if it's free money, I might as well get it. But because my mum wasn't taking any money off me, I was like, well, what can I do to put as in this money instead of me just fritting it away? Why don't I put it into something and make it work for me? Because I realised, well, you've got this money sitting in this bank, and what interest are you earning on it? There used to be that if you left so much money in an ISA account or whatever, and you didn't take it, you would earn 2% or 5% off of that money you had sitting in there. So the bank was using that money for using it for loans, whatever else is in the bank. Because people don't realise that when you've got money sitting in the bank, they're actually using your money. So they're making that money work for that bank. Bank.
They're investing that money into different things, into pension schemes and into shares and stuff like that. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. So why can't an ordinary person, as in it's the Joe Public, and they've got a bit of savings in their account, they're better using it for put it into an investment of some kind, stock shares, whatever they feel fit, that they're going to earn that wee bit of interest out it. And that was my whole perspective in it, because before my father died, my dad's dad and my great grandfather before him they were all what they call hawkers. So what they would do was they would buy stuff that, say for instance, they had a bit of extra cash lying over. They would maybe put it into coins, maybe put it into buying fags, whatever else. They felt fit that they were going to earn a bit of money off it. Just that bit, little bit, not a lot, not a big bit. And what they would do was they would turn it over in volume. And my father showed me how to do it even before he died. So I knew exactly how to do it and the way to do it, the proper way. And I was like, well, I might as well put, when he died or before he died, I then started putting my money into other things so that if I ever needed it, I could fall back on that. That was the whole idea.
Recycle Dude, welcome to the chat. Raphael, I just took one of them dip chips apart, and this one doesn't have any gold on it. Look at that, not a bit of gold on it. Disappointing, but that's one of the cameras. It was actually a bigger camera, one of the bigger ones. I thought definitely to have some gold on that one, but there isn't anything. Recycle Dude, thanks for dropping in. Great to see you. It's great to see all the e-waste guys and the recyclers and the scrappers coming in. So, what have you got there? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, you were on about that a few weeks ago, weren't you?
That's, see what you're doing now, right? You're pulling a PCB board apart.
Yeah.
See on the PCB board, there's what they call it, they call it an EMM. It's called an eMMC chip.
Yeah.
Do you know how they get an iPhone working again?
No.
Right. You've got what they call, you know how you've got an iCloud account on your Apple phone? Do you know how to get rid of that? Do you know how they get rid of that?
Not a clue. I don't use iPhones at all. I'm afraid I'm an Android.
How they get rid of it? They actually take the eMMC chip off of that and they flush it, and that is the kit. That box I'm showing you now. That's how they get rid. That's how they get rid of it. They clean it up, but you've got to take on the iPhones. You've got to take the chip off. You've got to take the chip off to do them. You can't leave the chip on them because they remember the iCloud that's on them. And then what they do is they take a chip for a donor one. They actually do it with a donor one. They take the chip off of that, they flush it and whatever else, and then they put it onto the other one, as in a customer's phone. That's how they did That's how they did iPhones. But like the Samsungs and your Samsungs, your Sonys, and all the rest, they can actually be done by actually connecting. You actually solder the wires to the actual PCB board, and that's the kit. That's the machines you use. The machines, the ones there are only for unlocking. They're ones, that's for the thingy, that's for repairing the boards, that's for doing the boards. I've actually got two of them. That's the Easy Tag one, which is the sister of the Z3, and then you get this one. This is another specialised one as well. Is a Medusa Pro. That's the sister. That's the brother or sister of the Octopus. That actually it's for flashing phones. That's what that's for doing. For doing all the eMMC chips. Because you get the special boards for doing on. Which you plug into them. It's the exact same way as what Dingmy said, as in Ali Mac said. It's when he uses the Dingmy, you can actually program like the ECUs in the cars, but you got to know what you're doing with them. You've got to know the programs and how to run them and all the rest. It's a specialised field. It's not just something you just, as in, sit there and go, just press that button and press this one, press that. It's one of the ones you got to Dingmy, know the program, you've got to understand the program, you've got to go and Dingmy as in, but the boxes actually, they've got their own special programs when they're built. Because they come for, I found out, I bought the first box off was Microbox, And when I got the box, it come with all these packets. And I'm looking at the packets and I goes, that's JPG, that's JPG Industries, which JPG Industries is in Zandog. It's called they call it Zandog, something Zandog Chinese or whatever, but it's China. It's actually Chinese. It's actually China. That's where the company is, in China. And I found out that you could actually build an account with them and all that, Karen, and actually deal with them. And that's exactly what I done, was dealt with them, because it was cheaper to buy it from China or to get it from China and fly it over to the UK. Because the other
Ian Matthews is in the chat. Welcome, Ian. Ian, how are you getting on with your neighbour's knob? Have you finished turning it? I seen you last night. You seem to have it nearly done. For anyone that doesn't know, Ian is making a knob for his neighbour's press. There's a link there in the chat if anyone wants to jump up, guys, and join us. Feel free. It's done. Come on, Ian. You've got the knob done. Well done. When can we look forward to seeing the video? You're probably putting it up now as I speak, even. I'm just sorting out mobile phone boards, guys. That's all I'm at. It's up an hour ago. I'll have to check it out when I'm finished. I'll be finished at 9, so I'll have to check it out. Just in case anyone, what I'm at here is I have a few of these as well. So if you bend them over, you can break off the black little die on them, and underneath you've got your gold bonding wires. So a little bit of hidden gold under them.
I know, because the gold is like it's like, how can I explain it? It's like, Jesus, what was that bit that I've been telling about? We're taking off bits, trying to figure it out. What's that bit? I'm gonna beat there to the floor and the floor. I'm gonna figure it out. Where is it? I'm trying to see if it's there to show what. Because I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly what you're actually doing itself. I'm trying to figure out, where is that? It's like, how can I explain it? Usually under the contacts, see the. So you're taking off the slithers, as in the slithers on the top of the board, on the top of the boards. But that's silver. They're silver.
No, I'm taking off like a black. It's like a black blob that goes on them there. It's like a little, like, where did I throw it? If you look at it there, it's like a little black blob of, I don't know what it is, but that is usually over on the board like that, and you just break it off. And underneath you have your gold bonding wires. That's what's under it.
Scrapping, is that off a mobile phone?
It's off a house phone, that one was. That was on a house phone. So it wasn't really a mobile phone, it was one of them portable house phones.
I don't know if that would be the EMC, where you're breaking that off. I'm not sure if that's the EMC, if that would be the EMCC chip off it, because you've got the main one. There's usually a main one that sits on it. There's usually a main one that sits on it, as in right in the middle of it. So I don't know if that's the main, if that would be the main one or not.
Yeah. I don't know. All I care about is the gold under it. I don't care if it's an EMC or an ICC or any chip. I just take them apart and that's it. All I want is the gold off it. Ian Matthews telling us he's not dragging out his video any longer on his turning the knobs.
Aye, because that's the gold.
What do you do with all the boards anyhow? What's your plan with all your boards you have there?
I've not got any plans with the boards. That's something I was trying to make something up. I was trying to make, but because I was heating it up too much, the actual slithers were coming off the board. I could actually see the slithers actually coming off, and they were coming off like as I'm saying, scrapping. They were coming off like thin layers. And that's what I'm wondering whether that's what you're doing, as in thingy, is getting the gold slithers off the actual board itself. Because I know when you dip them in acid, usually thingy, because it was like, there's ones that you go on YouTube and there's like guys doing SIM cards, they're actually putting it into like an acid bath.
Yeah, you put it into hydrochloric acid, and you can put a little bit of peroxide in it, and that's how I get these gold foils off. It works the same way. It lifts the gold foils off the board. It takes them off SIM cards. It takes them off ink cartridges. It takes them off the RAM. The same process is used on a lot of stuff. So if you're processing those mobile phone boards, which I've just done there now. So the video I'll be doing on Thursday, that'll be out on Thursday. You'll see the acid again. These will be in the acid, and you'll see.
Aye, it lifts all the thing, mate. It lifts all the go. That's what it does. It lifts all the slithers off the board.
Yeah, well, what it does, it dissolves the copper underneath. There's copper usually underneath the gold, and it dissolves the copper and it releases the gold. So that's what it usually does.
I've been doing mobile phones since Singme. I've been doing mobile phones since 2006. 2006. I was actually fixing on all. Do you remember the old Motorola's with the dumpy sticks on them?
Yeah.
You had the big one that was like the metal one, right? And then you had another one after that, the M37. We called them the M37555s or something, or M3788s. I was actually fixing them a way back as when he first came out. See, after they come out, about 5 years down the line, they were breaking down. I was buying them. I was buying them and fixing them. Because I knew exactly where the fault was. And it was a friend of mine that put me into it. My dad used to take stuff up to his shop. And there was one day in particular, he says to me, "Why are you not doing it yourself?" And I just looked at him and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "It's not as difficult as what you think." And I'm like, "Do you mean that?" And he's like, "Go into repairing." And actually put me into it. Because I was like, "Well, what are you using?" Because I wanted to know what box he was using for unlocking phones. And he's like, "I'm not telling you." But he turned around and says, "The round ball." And that's what put me onto it. As in, he said the round ball. He was actually doing away with the shop at the time. He was going out of business because he owed people a lot of money. He was going to do a runner, and that's what he done. But it wasn't customers' phones. It was like, he obviously owed money to somebody else that was higher up than what he was. And he just didn't have the money to afford to give them the money back that obviously they put into the business at the start. And that's what he was saying to me. And he was telling me exactly what to do, but he wasn't saying it in so many words. And that was what started the whole craze off, was doing that. And I've been into it ever since, because my dad's like that. He used to turn around and say, you don't fix phones, you break them. That's what he used to say. My dad was very, very heartful to me, as in when he was still about. And I've done it as a hobby. I've done it as a hobby since before 2006. But that's what I love doing. I love recycling stuff. I like to fix it. I like to find out. I like to take stuff apart to find out how it works and why it works.
No, I just like to take it apart. That's all I like to do. I just like to take it apart and get the gold from it. That's all I want. I wouldn't be any good at putting it back together. I don't think I'll get these phones back together now at this stage.
But scrapping, that's what I'm saying. We're all into different on YouTube. It's like it's like YouTube is full of information, as in for all different subjects and all different topics. So you've got everybody specialises in something different, as it's like you scrapping, and there's a whole load of scrapping people out there that's in the scrapping community. So that's like a community on its own. It's the same as You Dizzy. You Dizzy, there's a community as in what he does.
Yeah.
And it's the same as Hazy Days. There's a community of people that do as in guitars and stuff like that. But it's people that build guitars or they do music and they're all friends with him. So that's a community in its own.
Yeah. Ian, are you still in the chat there? Oh yes. Ian, have you been on that Facebook scrap chat lately? Or that does be up on Facebook? It's getting a bit heated. So it's getting a bit heated. There's a few boys getting upset up there over people pricing cats and pricing scrap, and it's getting well heated on it. I'm just having a look at the chat there to see what's happening in the chat. Get Her Done Granny is on there. Thanks for popping in. And I seen someone else coming up there, didn't I? Where am I there? There we go. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for dropping in. Make sure you hit the like, guys. Share it out if you want. I'm on for half an hour more to go, and that's it. Then I'll be off. If anyone wants to join up, please feel free to come up. Yeah, it's getting good, Ian. Now I see where you're. Go on. What are we going to say?
What's the community that's on Facebook then?
It's a scrap group on Facebook. It's I think it's called Scrap Chat, isn't it, Ian? I think that's what it's called. But they're getting a bit upset on it, a few people, because they don't like new people getting into the scrap business, or they don't like people putting prices up, because they're saying that when they go to sell something, then people already know the price, so they can't make a killing on it. So it's upsetting a few of them. Which I can understand. A few people are making a living on it, and then the likes of me, or people who are just doing it as a hobby, I still work full time. So, but I try and make a few pound out of scrap as well, which I think is fair game. It's not just for anyone. Anyone can sell or buy or do whatever they want. It's a free market, but few people think it's can only be done by certain people, and it shouldn't be. No one else should be doing it.
No, see, I'm not into scrapping, but I'm into finding like if somebody has a load of phones, see about when I go and like say for instance I sell stuff on eBay, right? My money I'll leave in PayPal. So if I spot, say for instance, a job lot, right, that's untested, I'll buy the whole lot. I'll buy that. Well, if it's £30 or £60 or whatever, I'll work out how much it is per unit of phone, and I'll be like, I want to buy that. I'll buy that as in ring me at £60 or whatever it is. So if I went onto that scrap chat group and say, for instance, I saw a whole load of complete phones and it just says untested on it, and I think, well, how many's in that? And I look at the pictures and I say, right, there's 15 or 20 in it. If I think it's worth £30, I'll say to somebody, well, I want to buy that off you. Give me your address or whatever else. But I'm a bit wary because I've known people that's bought stuff off of YouTube, off of Facebook, and they've never ever received their dingmy. I've never received their goods.
Yeah.
So it sort of put me off buying off it, as in through Facebook, the Facebook communities, because I've seen up to ones where they wrote as in went to see something and they bought it, took it home, and it wasn't working. And I'm like, how can you do that? it wasn't working, why don't you just tell the person, look, it's not 100%. It's not 100%. You're buying it as in it's sold as seen. It's sold as seen. That's sold as seen. It's like a car buying a car. You buy it in good faith and you sell it in good faith. But if there's something wrong with it, tell the person that something's wrong with it. Don't let them believe that there's nothing wrong with it and then have them take it home. Because all they'll do is that's exactly what they'll do. They'll write it up on Facebook. I've seen many ones where they've wrote it up on Facebook, as in for my community, as in for East Kilbride, and I'm like, hold on a minute, that was bought for Glasgow. They bought a TV or whatever else. The woman took the money off them. As in, they took it home because they weren't. And I'm thinking, how can you do that to people? Just as in tell them and not be just honest with them.
Yeah. So let's see, is there anyone else in the chat I haven't said hello to yet? Or haven't put up their chat? Guys, thanks for coming in. Anyone that's coming in, I've got about half an hour left. And then I'll be off. I just do the 2 hours, except for last week where I done an extra hour. I don't know what happened. I think Raphael and Ralph Morrick came in and we just started chatting and it carried on for an extra hour. So it was actually all right. We had a bit of a chat about scrap, and he was Ralph was showing us a few of his finds from his work, and that was it. Well, Ian Days is back. Thanks for coming back in again, Ian. Granny's saying hello to you there, Alexander.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like Ralph laughing about it and going, coin guy. But at the end of the day, I'm into a bit of this and a bit of that. I'm not just into coins. I only went into coins because I seen something that I thought, hold on, there might be something here that I've not seen, because I know that as in back in the days there was called what they call the bartering system. Where the bartering system was like, as in say for instance you had a farm and somebody else had a farm. So he didn't have chickens on his farm.
Yeah, and so you swap your chicken for your eggs, or people swapped eggs and stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So it's the same with coins, as in it's like, as in you need coins in the world, as in because it's currency. So you're still needing that money. So, but people forget there's actually more money in just normal change and normal actual change, and nobody's actually realised that yet.
There's another one of them dip chips that's on the cameras in your mobile phones, so just collect them up, guys. You get a little bit of gold off them. Boom, boom, boom. I was going to talk about these tonight, but then I decided to change to something else. But some nice boards I picked up. Some nice chips on that. Some gold pins. There's, let's see what else is on there. There's crystal oscillators, IC chips. I don't know what's in that. If anyone knows out there in the old scrap world, what's in that joke? I haven't taken it apart yet, so it just says HCD Research Limited. Oh, it's a large crystal oscillator. There it is, wrote on it. So that's a nice big crystal oscillator. So you can see it there, guys. It's a nice big crystal oscillator. So that's not too bad. Cheers, Ian, for that. I appreciate it. Giving me some Ian Days there, giving me some watch time. And I think Ian Matthews will be running my playlist at work, he was telling me. So I appreciate that as well, Ian, that you'll be running the playlist for me. What have you got there? More mobile phones?
That's what I'm saying. I got a bag. That's the bag full of us. As in, That's what I'm saying. When I take a phone, when I strip it, as in I'm looking to see try to figure out what's wrong with it or whatever, and then use the bits for dope. As in that's like a bag full of donor bits.
The way I find out what's wrong with them is I just throw them in the acid, and I discover that they don't work anymore. So it just solves the problem. Ian Matthews is correct. That is off a camera system, a security camera system. I got that from my new source, who gives me security equipment. So that's exactly where that board came from. Well done, Ian. No spot price, but you're
straight.
There's another one, guys. Another one of the boards. Let me make it bigger. So again, we have a lot of chips on that one. We have it's mainly IC chips on that I'll be looking at. 1 crystal oscillator, 2 crystal oscillators, 3 crystal, 4, 5, 6 crystal oscillators on it. So that's what's on that board. So not too bad. No use BNC anymore.
I've got umpteen phones out, Nokia, BlackBerry, Samsung, you name it, I was back. You name it, I was buying it. Because that's what I'm saying. Every week I was buying that thing, maybe going up and seeing them, and they'd be like, well, mate, as in, there's a bag for you. I'd turn around and say to me, you got in front of me, and he'd turn around and say, I have thing, mate. Wait, hold on 5 minutes. You get in the back of the motor and be like, right, have a look at that back. There's a bag. And I just put my head in the bag, have a quick look in the bag, put my hand in, have a quick rummage about, and I'd be like, well, I think that's worth buying. And then I shut the bag up, and I'll just turn around and say to me, I just look at him, and I'll be like, then in that bag, there's stuff in that bag I want. And he'd be like, right. So then he would tip the bag upside down, and he'd be like, right. Sometimes I would get gifts in the bag. Sometimes, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And I'd be like, well, much as that. Give me he would speak in his language. I could understand him because he could speak English, but he could also speak Egyptian language because he wasn't white. And people like, well,
he wasn't white, but he could speak Egyptian. So does anyone that's not white speak Egyptian? That's the best one yet, Alexander.
Oh, see, people
I'm telling you something there.
It's when you say somebody's black or whatever else, somebody thinks that you're going to be racist against them. I'm never racist with anybody because I don't agree with that. As in, although that he's a different colour, doesn't mean to say he's any different from you or I. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite happy with dealing with that person, especially if he's got stuff that I want off him. Because that's how we work. That's how the old trade. See, this is what annoys me, right? The young generation of traders is totally different for the old school of traders. I'm still back in the days where it was the old school traders, like back in the 30s and 40s, because that's when my dad was.
Yeah. What did your dad do for a living, Alexander?
My dad was a spray paint and panel beater. That was his job. He was a spray paint and panel beater. But my whole family's been hawkers, as in through generations. Had greengrocer's van, an ice cream van, and all that car on. So they've been through the. Do you know what I mean? They've done all different trades.
Yeah, so they've been like on the streets buying and selling.
Exactly. They've been through the mill, so they know exactly where and it's been handed down the generation. I just fell into it because I liked it. I enjoyed it. But I just couldn't get a full-time occupation in it. That was a problem. It's like me putting out my CV and they turn it. It's like putting out your CV in a shop and then they turn and say, you've been unsuccessful. Well, how can you be an unsuccessful candidate? What did you pick out that the skills I didn't have in the first place? If I can't have the skills, why can't you just tell me, look, you don't have the skills, you need that skill and that skill and this skill? Well, obviously I can either go to college and do it, but they're saying every time that I put in for that type of work, you've been an unsuccessful candidate. So I just left it at that. So then they end up I had to go like production stuff that didn't have any qualifications as such. But we didn't know that we had to have qualifications when we were at school. We messed about at school. And then it wasn't until later on in life you thought, hold on a minute, I messed about at school. I didn't have the qualifications to cut the grade to get that job or this job. So you end up stay at the bottom level. But because you're at the bottom level, you don't want to keep being in the bottom level in the bottom level job. You want to be able to move up the grades. And if there's no move up the grades in a company, what's the point of staying with that company in the first place?
There is another one of them cameras. This is a bit bigger, and again it has the little dip chip on the back that Raphael Scrapper was on about earlier. So again, they're a good source of gold. If anyone wants to collect them up, guys. And again, you can treat them the same way you would your ceramic chips. Smash them up, put them in the nitric acid, release the gold, and then you can dissolve them using the hydrochloric and nitric. Or if you don't have nitric, there's other ways of doing it. I'm putting the link up there again if anyone wants to hop up. I've got 10 minutes left. If anyone wants to come up for the last 10 minutes with us, you're more than welcome. So what did you work at ever? What sort of jobs were you working at?
I've worked in all different jobs, scrapping. I've done like production operator. I've done, when you say production operator, that's classed as manual labour in an actual warehouse. So I've actually been on picking. I've been on picking lines, assembly lines. I've worked with my father in the garage that he was working in, as in doing general labour work. I've also done cleaning cars as well. I actually worked for a guy, and I actually get taught in the house as in how to actually clean cars, as in second-hand vehicles.
Yeah, there's good money in that car balloting if you can get into it, you know.
See, I don't have a license, and I never did have a license. It was because my dad kept saying to me, "I'll teach you when I've got time." So I never ever get done. And then when I went for my license, or I went for my lessons, the guy that I had as the driving instructor actually took the wheel off us one day because he thought I was going to crash the car. And I didn't see that I was being a problem as in on the road. And when he took it off, the way he took it off, the wheel off us, it frightened me. And I was like, I don't think I'll be any good on the actual road itself. And that put me totally off. And I was like, there's no point in me actually being on the road. But I enjoy fixing cars. I enjoy fixing cars. I don't like driving them, but I like fixing them.
So I don't know, was it my computer that was lagging or Granny's computer was lagging? So if anyone's still on and I'm lagging, will you let me know? Or just refresh your screen and see if that solves it.
You're not lagging on Hangme. You're definitely not lagging scrapping on StreamYard. It's coming through with any problems, unless it's YouTube, because that's what people.
Oh, no, Granny was saying it was her. Granny was just saying it was her computer, so there was lagging. So what we might do is I've got 10 minutes left. So Granny, if you're still on there, can you find someone that we can raid? Maybe we might do a little raid. I haven't done a raid yet. So if you can find someone, and we'll put it in the chat before we finish at 9. So we've 10 minutes left, Granny. So if you have a look and see if there's anyone live that we can raid, let me know, and we'll raid them at 9, just for the crack, because I haven't done that before. So something different. We'll raid someone. I know there's not many left in the chat, but we'll raid them for the crack anyhow. Cheers, Granny. Granny's a good channel. Do you be on Granny's channel, Alexander?
I know Granny through other different people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not just in one community. I'm not just in one
I
community.
see you popping up on a lot of lagging. Let me have a look there myself and refresh it, because mine lagged as well. I have my YouTube running on my phone, so I can keep up with the chat. Let me just make sure it's still running, or has it stopped? No, it's back. It's okay. So it was lagging for a second. Might have been just my internet.
No, because it's like you saying, I've done a lot of things behind the scenes because I don't put out, well, I gave a donation to such and such's channel for that channel. I tend to not say nothing about as in what I've done behind the scenes, because I'm quite happy seeing somebody's channel as in go up the levels. That's the way I see it, that we've all got to go up the levels. But if we don't help each other, how do we actually get up? How do we actually get up the levels? And when somebody getting up the levels, that inspires me. Well, if they can do it, I can do that. I can do it. And that's what inspires me, seeing somebody else grow.
So Granny's having trouble finding it. We're looking to see if there's anyone live in. We're going to raid them in about 8 minutes time when I'm finished. So we're just going to do a raid for the crack, because I haven't done a raid yet on my live show. So we're going to do a little raid into someone else's one when I finish up. So if anyone sees that there's a channel live that they want to raid, put it up there. I've been looking, I can't see any myself. I only see Mr. Wondering Haggis now. Yeah, there's not many live tonight, so there isn't. Let me have a look myself and see, can I see if there's anyone live?
Terry's wood burning supposed to be live. He's only got 3. There's only 3 watching him, so there's not many in there. Yeah,
I don't know his channel now. I'm not on his channel. What's his channel about? Well, I suppose the name gives it away.
It's the same as Ozart, as in he does wood burning. He does wood burning, but he's actually family. His family is Rhonda, Lucky One.
No, I don't know them either. I haven't come across that channel.
See, that's what I'm saying. You have obviously not connected yet onto the coin community, because the coin community is a very big community, and it's not just there's not just me in it. There's a lot of different people. You've got Robert Johnson. You've got Craig Durbin. You probably know Craig Durbin.
No.
Craig Durbin's small engineer. Craig Durbin's Small Engine Nations, which is where you see friends with Stacey Reeves, which is Twisted R Racing.
I don't know any of the channels.
I know a lot of channels because the 2 years that I've been on YouTube is because I was with the Hazy Days crew, and then decided that when I reached the 400, my number stopped. My number slowed down. So I figured out that I need to find a way of bringing my numbers up if I wanted my channel to grow. And that's when I started looking about in other communities. And this is why they end up that I'm known in so many places, because I float about. I don't just stay in one community. I float about YouTube, and that's how.
Homesteading, welcome to the chat. Give me a second now. I'm just going to have a look and see who's going live or who's live myself. What time is it now? it's 5 to. So I'm having a look at the YouTube channels and just seeing who I see there. That's live. There's not much live there at the moment. Yeah, Granny, there's not too many on there at the moment. Give me a second. I'm checking one out here, and I want to put it on quiet when it goes live. Who's this channel? Okay, there's a channel there. I don't know if any of you've got them. It's the TR Show. So it is. He does like a growth channel. He's got 74 people in there, so we might raid him. Edward, who's Edward? I'm just looking at the chat here in case I've missed anyone. Oh, Edward Thomas is in. Hi, how are you doing, Edward? So I'm going to copy the link. Oh, someone's got music playing. I'm going to copy the link to his channel. Give me a second there now. I'm going to put him live first, and then I have to put him on silent. Okay. And of course, he's got ads running, so I have to wait for the ads to finish. Let me see who else is there. Who did I miss? Dan. Who's Dan? Ian. How did I miss Dan? Where is Dan? Let me go back up because I was looking at the thing and I missed all the chats. Ian Days, Raphael Scrapper, Alexander. Oh, KND. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in. You're coming in just before I finish up, unfortunately, so I can't spend much time. But just thanks for coming in, anyhow. I appreciate that. Now let me have a look at this link. I'll skip the ad. Okay, so I'm copying the link. And we're nearly ready to go, and we'll just raid them. We'll just put in Scrap and Raid or Scrap and Irish Raid, and we'll finish up. It'll be my first raid on anyone's channel, so it's just something different to do. So we'll finish up on that in a few minutes. So I've only got 2 minutes left. So I've got my little pile of boards ready to go in for the next video that I'll be working on after the two. I have one coming out Thursday and one coming out the following Thursday. It's the same video, but I'm doing like Ian Matthews. I'm dragging it out. I'm not going to release it all in one go, so I'm going to drag it out, and then we'll do a new video on this hopefully as well. All these little bits of boards from as well, these little ribbons from the mobile phone. The one I done was, where am I going? The one that'll be coming out on Thursday is about these boards, and the one I'll do later on will be on these.
That's the Nokia 51. That's the Nokia 5110 board. I know them like the back of my hand, and that blue, but the blue board you had in there, that's Samsung's board. That's Samsung's board, as in the blue, the one that's the blue color PCB board. The blue ones. The blue ones are thingy, as in usually they're the Samsungs. I saw one that looked like a blue. It's like a blue board. Aye, it's sort of bluish colour. Yeah. That's Samsung's boards. I know them at the back of my hand, the different colours of the boards. As I've opened up a couple, or I've had to, as in to take parts out of something.
Okay, guys, so it's time to go raid. Let me make sure he's still live. He is. So just put in hashtag Scrap and Irish Raid, and we'll jump over to his channel and we'll spend a bit of time with him. And thanks for everyone that came on. Thanks for coming on, Alexander. Appreciate it. And thanks for everyone in the chat. So there's the link, guys. If you want to jump over to his channel and just stick in it, Scrap and Irish Raid, hashtag Scrap and Irish Raid, and we'll see what's over there. He's got a good few in there, so you might make some new friends, guys. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.